hunters, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the collector roll in a deep dive. I want to go over some essential purchases, such as the varmint rifle. You need to buy a collector's bag from Madame Nazar for 15 gold. You can later buy the Pennington field shovel, and of course a metal detector. Those will be necessary when you're digging up arrowheads and coins later on down in your skills. Next, I would recommend some purchases down the line, such as refined binoculars. This is available for about 450 and available at rank 5. It enhances your eagle eye so you can spot collectibles. You can purchase collector maps from Madame Nazar, and of course a horse lantern for your horse to be able to see in the dark. Those are all items that can become available later on. The collector locations for Madame Nazar are essential to know where she's at in the game. Those are located on the map there previously, but we're going to go into the collector's bag now and kind of talk a little bit more about what you can do with the collector roll. It's very simple and very rewarding to rank up in the collector roll. We'll start off with, often there is an update to collect a few items for a small bit of cash on a weekly basis, but of course there's fossils that you can collect. And you'll see examples of the fossils a little bit later on into the video when I show you how to collect them. Wildflowers, of course, you're going to see an example of in the video as well. I've almost actually collected all these a couple of times, but we're going to be turning these in. As you can see, you can turn them into Madame Bazaar for quick cash, which is very rewarding because it's not very much work. Tarot cards, there's different types of tarot cards. They're scattered around the maps. Oftentimes I find them near train stations, inside of houses that are abandoned around the map. They randomly appear, but they're all in the same locations. And there's going to be maps available that you can find online to find tarot cards very quickly if it's something that you're just looking for quick cash to do. And you can, of course, mail them in from the mailbox, post office, for quick cash. The bracelets are also scattered around the map, and you'll need both the shovel and the metal detector to locate these locations. Obviously, there's a lot more money. The further you go up, you can get up to $200, $300, and we'll talk about that here in a minute as well. It's very rewarding to turn these items in and get some quick cash whenever you're looking to buy items, such as guns, items for your horse, upgrading your clothing items, whatever you may want. The antique alcohol bottles will be seen in the video where you can find them, how to find them, how to locate them, as well as bird eggs. We're going to talk about both the on-the-ground type of bird eggs as well as in the trees, which is why you'll need the varmint rifle. With arrowheads, you'll need, of course, the shovel. Those are located around the map as well, and you would also might need a metal detector to find them. The family heirlooms, brushes and hairpins, combs. Coins we'll go over, you'll see examples of this within the video. Of course you'll need a shovel for these and possibly a metal detector, and I think a metal detector is required for that. So as you can see when I'm talking about quick cash, $289 for the entire collection of 12 arrowheads, 540 for the entire collection of coins. This adds up pretty quickly. In fact, when you get all this added up, it's over $3,000 that you can collect. And you can do it as many times as you need to. And that's the advantage of the collector role. You can continue finding these items over. You can hold on to multiples of these items. Um, for an example, you may have multiple of the coins or multiple Seven of Pentacles tarot cards. You may have multiple brushes, but as you can see, grand total $3,840. Quick cash that you can just roam around the map while you're doing missions like bounty hunting or hunting or anything along those lines. You may find these items scattered around, and you'll be surprised just how quickly you gather the items. You turn it in for cash, or you can sell them individually to Madame Nazar, which is the importance of knowing where she's at on the map because she rotates every 24 hours. So going back to that map earlier in the video, make sure you keep an update of where she might be located. And of course, you can always find her on your daily map rotations as well. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the ranks and perks that come with the collector role. So you can, of course, get special tokens as you rank up. You can get better eagle eye ability to see things, different horses, different saddles, different clothing. Of course, you can earn the shovel, gun belts, items for your gun belt, and variants to your rifle. The binoculars, of course, are something I recommend further because it gives you eagle eye the entire time and an enhanced vision so you can look around your entire area for a long period of time to find items. The metal detector is another item that you're going to need later on, especially when you're hunting down coins and fossils, because metal detector will help you, and you'll see an example of that in the videos here shortly. But of course, you need these special tokens to be able to purchase some of these items down below, such as the horse, the lantern, the glasses, gun belts, variants of the guns, and horses. So treasure maps can be very rewarding. You can find these scattered throughout the map. You can also locate and buy these from Madame Nazar on a regular basis. You may receive them in your inbox, especially when you become a collector, but it identifies the exact location on the map where treasure boxes or chests can be located. Of course, I'm in Saint Denis at this time, so I'm going to ride over here over to the map location area indicated in the treasure map, and I'm going to do some hunting around to find that treasure. Again, it's quick cash, you get multiple items from it. It's very rewarding if you're looking for gold, quick cash, and you might even get some special items such as healing tonics, tobacco products, alcohol, things that help your dead eye, and it's quick and easy. So as you can see in the lower bottom of my map, on the bottom left corner, I have arrived at the area that has been identified as a treasure map location. I would also point it out, and I'm going to put a note on here a little later, that I use an Xbox controller while I'm on my PC when I'm using these items. So as I walk around and I'm getting closer to a treasure item, my controller starts to vibrate, and it starts to increase as I get closer. So at this point, I'm actually walking and I'm getting a pretty significant vibration, but it's really significant, really high once I'm close. So I know I'm close, but it's not right where I'm at right here, and it's not on the railroad track. I'm using my eagle eye to see if I can identify where it might be. Is it on the rocks? Is it somewhere on the ledge? Of course, you just got to keep looking around a little bit. At this point, my vibrations on the controller have gone down significantly, so I know I'm going the wrong direction, so I need to go back. So at this point, I'm real smooth going down these rocks, but I have figured out where it might be located on one of these platforms, and I'm going to identify it here using the eagle eye. The gold cloud that's coming emitting from the treasure chest is exactly where it's located. Kind of interesting to get to it. Gotta swim over, jump the rock, get onto the platform, and there it is. Yep, collect what you're gonna get. See, get some quick gold, some quick cash, and some chewing tobacco out of this chest. Very nice. So wildflowers are very unique. There's varied types of wildflowers scattered around the map. Some are scheduled to go off, some just appear at the same locations on a regular basis. The wisteria here glows yellow in my eagle eye from my enhanced binoculars, but I am already full of wisteria here. But you can pick it, put it in your collector bag, and of course save that for later. Once you collect the entire collector's bag worth of wildflowers, you can turn them in. As you can see, like I explained earlier, you can carry multiple types. Wisteria, of course, everything maxes out at 10 before you have to empty it, sell it off. So we talked briefly about the family heirlooms that you can get in your collector's bag, and they're sometimes at random locations throughout the map. Like I said, houses, train stations, inside of chests. You may or may not see it. But in this example, the dig site is going to glow with my eagle eye or refined binoculars in the location. I've already identified where it's located, so it's not seen here. But as I walk closer, I slow down, and all of a sudden I get the dig icon. So I'm going to go ahead and collect that. And that ivory hairpin I'll be able to sell later on. It goes into my collector's bag so that I can sell that to Madame Nazar at a later time. And you can see here where I collected this hairpin. It's going to be there on a regular basis. I might come back a little later on after I've done some missions or have done some bounty hunting or some regular animal hunting. That item might still reappear because I can collect multiple times. Again, as I had mentioned, when I'm using a PC keyboard or mouse, you have to follow your on-scene clues to be able to follow these items. I, of course, use an Xbox controller plugged into my PC, so my controller vibrates. It lets me know that I'm getting close, and again, it increases intensity as I get closer, or it gets lighter as I'm getting further away. So we're going to use the metal detector to find some lost jewelry as indicated here on the map. Uh, if you're using a metal detector for the first time, it's actually really cool considering that this game timeline is happening about 1898, 1899 time frame. This is the first kind of metal detector that was in the game, so it's really cool to be using. As you get closer to the item, it's going to ticking, as you can hear there on the map. It's going to increase as I get closer to an item. And of course at night, the sparks that come from the metal detector to let me know that I'm really close is really interesting to see. But of course I've located it here. It's actually located near Van Horn, right here by this John Doe tombstone on top of the hill by Van Horn. Gotta mention too that when you're doing these searches, you're gonna get experience, quick experience, just for finding these items. So, antique alcohol bottles, there's various types, of course. Throughout the map, you can find gins, you can find whiskeys. Um, this one is located, of course, on a boat right near Van Horn Trading Post, right where I was just digging for the family heirloom piece with my metal detector. It's on the second level of this boat, so all I gotta do is walk over there and check out and see where it's located. And of course, like I said, talking about the Xbox controller that I utilize, vibrating as I get closer to an item lets me know that I'm getting really close. And there it is, right there on the shelf. And just to show you too how it works with the enhanced binoculars, so let's just go over there and pick it up. Caribbean rum. And some easy experience for locating it. So let's do some coin collecting. Of course, we're going to need the metal detector, but I'm up here on top of this hill. I'm going to indicate it here on the map here in just a little bit. But these dead trees over here are exactly where it's located, right over here by Ansburg between Van Horn on the road. I have located it, but my controller is not vibrating. I had to actually do some checking to find out exactly where this coin was located. It's on top of this hill indicated right there on the map. I'm going to get off the horse. I'm going to go get my metal detector going and see what I can find. Now this is where the metal detector is needed, of course, to find coins, and you need the shovel to be able to find them as well. So miscellaneous maps are something that you can buy from Madame Nazar as well. They contain various items. I'm going to open up the map. It's going to give me 3 item locations. And of course, indicated here, I've got 2 tarot cards and a family jewelry that's lost. So I'm going to go start off with the tarot card over here on the map. Head over that way and see what we find. So tarot cards, as I explained earlier, are in some pretty interesting locations around the map. Of course, I'm in this area that, of course, trees have been cut over by Ansburg. I'm not familiar with where this might be located. This is kind of a new area for me, so I thought it was really cool. Looking around, I thought it might be on one of these boxes, but as I thought about it a little bit more, I said, no, it's got to be below. There's got to be some kind of hidden items over here. So this is the first time I've ever actually been down in this mine area here in a second. Yeah, this is my first time down here, so I was actually kind of curious. I was like, whoa, this is a pretty large area. I thought it was going to be like right there at the bottom of those ladders, but I had to do some walking around to be able to find it. Turns out it's the deepest portion of this mine. Oh always be careful around the dynamite, especially if you're holding on to your gun or you actually fire. I was actually kind of scared for a minute that there were workers down here, and I don't know if they were going to attack me for doing something strange and unusual in their mind. So I was always being a little extra cautious. But as I searched around, I found the tarot card finally. It was just really cool to be down here for the first time too. It was the first time I had been down at this portion of the map. So now we're going to go find that second tarot card on the miscellaneous map that I just identified, and it's another tarot card.
Yeah.
So as I'm searching around this area, I'm thinking it's kind of interesting too that it's not on any boxes or anything, and I realize, oh wow, it's another cave location that I have to go down. So I'm going to head down this way and see what I can find. It was kind of interesting as I get down here, I realize I've actually been here before when hunting one of my legendary bounties, but I never thought to look around and see what else was down here. So as I get closer, I find the tarot card glowing with yellow mist, but then I also realize there's a chest over there. So we're going to see about bonuses here in just a second. It's always nice to come into a location and find a little extra bonus, especially when you're collecting. You can sell that tarot card later for some easy cash, but also whatever I find in this chest. A platinum chain necklace. Outstanding. So we're going to find that last lost jewelry item on the miscellaneous map. So I'm going to go do some searching around on this one, see where I can find it. And of course it's on top of this cliff over here on the other side where I was. So I've already gone ahead and fast forwarded to the location. I always say be cautious too, especially when you're looking around at night. You never know what kind of animals may just pop up. So I'm always going to take a look around and see if there's something that may attack me. You can find wolves in this area, sometimes there's bears, there's other things that can attack you like snakes. So just be a little extra cautious when you're doing collecting around the nighttime hours. Again, the only reason I know I'm getting close at this point is because my controller is indicating vibrations and they're increasing, which means I know I'm getting close. But I go ahead and find the chest located right here on this cliff over by the rocks. And there it is. And at this point I have completed the miscellaneous map, which is just indicated there, so I no longer have that map available to me. So I've moved around here to go ahead and find some fossils in a different area of the map. And sometimes when you're finding fossils, especially water-based fossils, you're actually have to go in the water to go find that, and you're going to need a metal detector to be able to locate it as well. Just indicating here on the map exactly where this is located. Pull out trusty metal detector. And this is that nighttime, this is the glow that you see from the metal detector. So as you get closer, the revolutions are going to speed up and the vibrations on your controller, if you're using one, are going to increase. So as you can see, as I'm getting closer, the revolutions are starting to spark more and more. And there it is. So arrowheads are often dig sites, and they can just be indicated using eagle eye like you're seeing here. It's just a dig site over on the map being glow, so I can go ahead and dig in that area as indicated. Sometimes it requires a metal detector, sometimes they're just in random dig sites, but regardless, they're going to require a shovel. So you need to wait and rank up to get that shovel so you can find arrowheads and coins and things like that. And I've indicated it there on the map, so you can always look for it at a later time. They're always going to pop up every once in a while. So I'm going to show you both styles of bird egg collecting. I've already indicated exactly here where this item is located, and these are going to be some duck eggs located right over here off Fort Wallace. And just to give you an example, they're going to glow red, they're in their little nest right there along the water. Now this is just an example of the on-ground type of bird eggs. Next we're going to look at the in-tree, which is why you're going to need a 22 caliber rifle, the varmint rifle, available to you for this. So I found a location that's going to have some bird eggs up in the tree, and these are actually hawk eggs located here on the map. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about being in trees. Now I point out as a warning that you absolutely need the varmint rifle for this. You cannot use a high caliber rifle or your pistols, because if you damage the nest, it's going to damage the egg, and then you're going to have to come back at a later time to collect this specimen. So go ahead, use the smaller caliber 22 variant rifle, varmint rifle, to go ahead and grab this bird egg safely. Now I'm just going to go ahead and quickly pop it out of the tree. And as you can see now that the bird egg has fallen to the ground, and I can collect it. So we talked earlier about the Madame Nazar locations, and again I have to remind you that they rotate every 24 hours. So if you're going to sell items, make sure you check, see where she might be located on your map, or check online. There are plenty of websites that tell you exactly where she's at. But let's see an example. Head over to Madame Nazar in this location and go ahead and sell some items, or show an example of what you're individually selling. Now you need to find her in order to be able to buy the collector bag, and you can also buy collector's maps and things from her when you buy or sell. This is an example of what some of these items that I've collected so far could sell for. Again, if you're looking for some quick cash, it's a great way to make some quick cash, just selling multiple items.
On a still day, you can hear the manteca falls from here.
Now you can sell them individually, or you can sell her the entire collection. Now we don't want to leave out the fence either, because the fence, you can also sell some items. Earlier we collected that platinum necklace. I've also had some gold teeth and a ring. I can sell these quick and easy. This is not a part of the collector's bag collection. This was located in the treasure box that I found in the cave. So don't need to hang on to it. I can sell it for some quick cash, just like that, from the fence. You can also buy special items from the fence, and we can talk about those at a later time. But we're going to go ahead and summarize exactly what we've covered so far in the video today. So just recapping what we talked about today, we talked about the collector bag, how to purchase it for the 15 gold necessary from Madame Nazar, the collector roll ranks and perks, the essential and recommended items for the collector roll. Again, can't stress enough that shovel, that metal detector, and of course the varmint rifle necessary for the bird hunting. We covered treasure maps, how to use them, wildflowers and how to store them, family heirlooms, lost jewelry, the antique alcohol bottles, coins, miscellaneous maps that included the tarot cards and lost jewelry, and a bonus chest that we found, fossils, arrowheads, bird eggs on the ground and in the trees, and of course how to sell the items to both Madame Nazar and to the fence within the map locations. Gets that easy cash, easy to go ahead and purchase guns, etc. items that you may need for your everyday gameplay. Of course, I want to thank all my fellow bounty hunters for watching today, and of course, if you haven't, I would please ask for you to like, share, or subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be putting out more videos like this in the future.